Good morning, everybody. We are here in Dublin in January. It's a bit chilly this morning, and we're going to show you a quick, easy way to get out of the city centre and up a mountain. This morning we're heading up to Ticknock, so we'll be getting Dublin's less than adequate tram system. Less than adequate tram system to Lewis. It is Sandymount. Sandyford. But isn't the stop called something else? We will find out and we will put it on screen. But yeah, and we are going to show you how to get to the mountain from Dublin City Centre. Here we are, everybody. We've made it out to Sandyford. So the stop is Glencairn if you're going to climb Ticknock. And yeah, you go through a little housing estate. And so this is the mountain we will be climbing. This is actually the street we used to live on. But yeah, so you're getting off at the Glencairn Lewis stop and coming through Sandyford Hall Estate and kind of towards, if you put in like your Google Maps from that Lewis stop, there's like a fresh around here, which we will probably stop at. But yeah, so that's kind of where you're heading. So we are now approaching Fresh. This is Fresh. It's a kind of pricey, bougie supermarket, but it's more expensive. But it's going to be cheaper than going to a cafe. And we're going to pick up some snacks and maybe a cheeky little can for the top of the mountain. It is absolutely illegal and irresponsible of me to suggest you should have a little beer as a little treat when you get to the top of the mountain. You should not do that. It is a terrible thing. You absolutely should not do that. That is not a safe way to travel. This means something very different in Scotland. Okay, so this is where the walk kind of starts in earnest. You have to cross this kind of dodgy Enniskerry Road.
So do it to find the goblins,
Kilgoblin Lane. You see that sign?
Yeah.
And then we have this beautiful signpost and the opening of the gate. And this is kind of the start of the walking proper. For reference, we've done 5,000 steps already from the city centre, so keep that in mind. So as you can see, if you're coming out here, it is a little rough and unstable, so just take that in mind. Those of you with maybe difficulties walking, this might not be the route for you. Bit of a steep climb, but you do get this eerie tunnel to walk through, which is fun. So let's come through the eerie tunnel. Eerie tunnel. Tunnel of darkness.
I don't know, anytime I pass through here with you, it feels like a thumb slips to my bum for a second. Then when we got through, you said it wasn't here, so.
Yeah. Strange things happen in the dark tunnel.
Yeah.
I'll show you another view once we reach the top. That's even more better.
Even gooderest. Even most goodly.
Climbing Mount Gutterist. Out here is Howth, and that is all of Dublin Bay. So, one of the issues with climbing Ticknock is you have to do this like really dangerous stretch of road for a couple hundred meters, on which there's a bus stop. I can't imagine waiting for a bus here in the dark. But yeah, you got to do this. It's only for a couple hundred meters, but it's not pleasant and every corner seems to be blind. But it is the road on which the famed Blue Light pub is on, which we will be checking out later. About 3/4 of the way up, how are you feeling?
I would say very hot because I'm wearing long johns, but apart from that, not so bad.
Yeah, so this is not the easiest route, and it is also not the most maintained, but a lot of people are going to show you videos where it'll be Ticknock from like the car park, or the bus stop, which is no fun, and I think you have to plan it a lot more, whereas this can kind of be a spur of the moment, let's say fair kind of thing. But I do wish that Dublin Council or whoever's responsible for these trails maintain this one a little bit more. You'll meet a lot of locals coming up and down it as their daily walk. They don't tend to do the other one, or like the ring. So this is what I mean, this part's not easy. It's quite scrambly, quite narrow path, and there's a couple of places where if you fall, you will do some real damage. So if you're coming up this way, on your own head be it. A normal climbing reminder, bring water, and remember that at the top of this it is going to be 5 to 10 degrees colder than at sea level. So this is one of our favourite little spots on the mountain, and it's this little lake. It's kind of hidden away slightly off the trail. I have no idea how that completely was done. I don't know if it's empty of water at one point or a particularly cold frozen winter and some brave entrepreneur made it across. But yeah, it's a beautiful little spot. There's actually like place to sit on the ground or chill out or find a rock. So how about a little challenge for our viewers, Mark, to try send us selfies from this lake.
If you drink from this lake, it's said that you will lose a lot of weight through crying and peeing and pooing your pants.
Yeah, this is Dysentery Lake. So while walking up almost any mountain or hill in Ireland, you'll notice a lot of these trees. Most of them were planted in like the late 60s and 70s, I think. And a couple of you, if you walk up Ticknock today, will find a large swathe of it has been removed. Now, before you start to think, this would be terrible, surely this is bad for the environment. No, actually, because lots of these trees that were planted all over Ireland were given for like weird grant reasons. And a lot of them are non-native trees, making a lot of these forests, unfortunately, kind of ecological dead zones for a lot of Irish wildlife. So what they're doing is they're removing all these trees that do nothing to serve the ecology out here, and they're replaced them with native species, which yes, will take a while to grow and will need to be managed, but I think it's a bonus. So yeah, it would be nice today because it would mean there's less wind, but I think overall, points to the government for doing something slightly correct, which is to remove ecologic dead zones and replace them with natural wildlife. So we're going to stop for a little something before we finish climbing that little bit there. Usually when we lived around the area, we didn't usually bother to climb this bit, but we are not going to leave you guys wanting.
Absolutely.
So we've got a little bit more to do. We can see like all of Dublin County from up here. It's pretty spectacular. But I will say, don't do this on a cold day in January.
No. It's
very cold. Do heed the warning. Do bring a half litre of water per hour you're expected to be up here. I'd say if you come through what we did, expect to be between going up and going down 2.5 to 3 hours. Make sure you bring food. This will take more out of you than you think. Also, there's a big pile of rocks with flowers on it.
Yeah.
And once you hit this thing, you have summited.
I'll climb onto this stuff.
No, don't you fall. Fall, it's all this rock. Don't do it. Do you feel like king of the world? Right. Blue light and a pint? Pint. Actually, we have a little something in our bags, don't we? Okay, Mark, so we've summited. We're rewarding ourselves with a little soda from Vienna.
It's a Nicola soda from Vienna.
Yeah, Lager, a little barely known German word, which means lovely, refreshing soda, nice and safe for mountain drinking. But
Lovely boy, it's a bubbly soda.
This is our cheers for the summit. We will be back to meet you at the blue light. I hate him. We are now going to this beautiful pub here at the Blue Light. Again, another dodgy bus stop. And a car park, which is not something I usually associate with pubs.
That's a country pub, goes to the car park. Taxi from here.
But yeah, this is the bar and incredible views of Dublin. We will be showing you more from the inside. I'll be putting up my step count on screen as well from the Blue Light. And we are going for a lovely pint of Guinness, which the Blue Light does extremely well. I'm sitting warm in front of a nice warm fire.
Very seldom. Yeah.
Okay, Mark, how's the first sip of a pint in the Blue Light?
I know. Fully qualified man can't try it.
That's probably pretty great.
Charge you it for. I was getting Just 5 of them.
So big difference.
Yeah, the furthest qualified man.
It's pretty great.
Would you recommend
35 would be good.
recommend this to reviewers?
No,
10 out of 10.
This is the place to come to if you're walking taking up.
Fine.
That was actually fucking delicious. I'm gonna smash a couple of these, to be honest with you.